Good morning, friends. I'm having some Weetabix, which is like the most expensive cereal on the planet right now. What is going on with that? Well, I'm trying not to make a mess, but it's not working out for me. I'm actually making more of a mess. Friday today. I am not doing all too much this weekend. A nice little opportunity to vlog. As you guys know, I don't like vlogging when I'm busy. We've actually been dealing with something pretty horrendous. Yes, that is an exaggeration, but it's been horrendous in the microcosm of my world. And that is that we have a mouse in the kitchen. Or that's been coming into the kitchen. Discovered the other day at the back of the cupboards. I was like, what are those little brown things? To be honest, I've lived in this house for 5 years. This house is nearly 100 years old. It's a 1930s house. So I'm actually quite surprised that this is the first time this has happened, because we're a stone's throw from the countryside. Like, the fields are just there, the edge of the countryside. They've also been building on there, and I know that disturbs a lot of the wildlife and drives them inwards. It was probably only a matter of time, but yeah, I had the mouse man out the other day. He took me round the house and showed me where he's found that they've chewed in. Literally, there's a little hole in the wall of our house and they've pulled like the insulation out of the house. There's little tufts of insulation around this hole. So it's actually quite obvious where they got in. So yeah, this is a really glamorous way to start the vlog, isn't it? But this is just life, you know? This is life. He laid down some poison. I'm sorry if that makes any of you feel morally compromised. I know it's not the most pleasant option, but having lived, you know, my parents live in the countryside, and when we were growing up, their house, we used to use like humane traps, which basically catches them live. Then you have to take them a considerable distance away from your house to release them, otherwise they just find their way back again. They're very clever. And I don't have the mental energy or capacity for that right now, and I also shouldn't really be doing too much to do with mice. I don't want Rue to be getting anything. Mice can carry some nasties. In like a week's time, I can start to like plug the gaps in the house, clean out the cupboards, etc. Cupboards are pretty mouse proof anyway. I've got all my baking stuff in boxes with lids. I've got my cereals in the like, you know, plastic containers with lids. Everything is sealed. But I had got into the habit of like, I keep some of my seeds and stuff in jars, just in this like open pantry bit. And then if I have extra in the bag, I'll put the bag at the back of the cupboard. So obviously when they did find their way in, there were some lovely bags of seeds at the back, which I imagine for a mouse is perfection, because they can chew through the plastic, obviously, that's what they do. They can chew through pretty much everything. The mouse man was telling me they'll chew through expanding foam, they'll chew through concrete, they'll chew through insulation to get to what they want. That has been a little issue that we've been dealing with. I don't think I was intending to start the vlog by talking about our rodent problem, but here we are. That's like dominated my brain space this week, because I just really need that to not be a thing. Do you know what I mean? Also, it really made me laugh when the pest control man came. He has like the most non-discreet van ever. It's like a big white van with a rat on the side of it, and then like pictures of cockroaches and stuff like that. Pest control. It's a very helpful service, and I'm glad that he was able to come. But it was not a discreet service, that's what I would say. And I feel like it's quite exposing to talk about that, because it almost makes me feel like my house is dirty or something. So that's been my week. I hope you guys have all had a slightly more glamorous time. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with Rue this morning to like tire her out. She's jumping around on her dad at the moment in the living room. Definitely that point of toddlerhood where like there needs to be an activity every day of some description. So I might take her to a little class or something. I'll see if anything's got space. I have left it a bit late. I'll take her to the park or something like that. Today I am also filming the announcement for my very exciting project, which I don't think is really going to come as a massive surprise, that I've written a book. It's a cookbook, a baby-led weaning cookbook. I worked so hard on it. I'm really proud of it, and I'm really scared to announce it. I know I don't need to worry about any of the content of it. I don't share information that isn't responsible information anyway. Like, I do take great care to look into the things that I talk about in terms of baby-led weaning. But B, also, I've had my good friend Yinka Thomas read through it, give it the okay. She's also put some expert little notes from a nutritionist in there. And she's a public health nutritionist. She's worked in child nutrition for like 20 years and weaning, and she really knows her stuff. I have no worries on that front, but I just mean like, as a parent especially, you want it to be something that people can really pick up and rely on. Like, this is a really useful book. So I just hope it is that. I don't know. I'm overthinking it now because I'm about to announce it. I'm getting all the like feels. Ignore all my weeds. I got this with some packaging the other day. It's like compostable melty things. And when they go into water, they dissolve basically till there's nothing left. So Rue's having a good play with them, aren't you? The chaos of the mud kitchen keeps her quiet for a fair bit of time. That's what we like. I have to say, I feel like such a catfish these days when I wear makeup. No, I'm not saying I look amazing, I'm just saying like, because I barely wear makeup anymore. Just in mum life, it's just not one of my priorities. I've also realised I really love like touching my face. So whenever I'm wearing makeup, I feel inhibited. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's the tiredness or my age or just a thing, but rubbing my eyes, rubbing my eyebrows, I just really like do it a lot now out of habit, and I really notice it when I wear makeup because I'll have done my face and then I'm like smushing it everywhere, and then 2 seconds later I realise I've like wiped an eyebrow halfway across my face. Anyway, feeling like a catfish, but as I said, I'm filming my announcement video today, so I feel like I need to look at least half decent, otherwise I'll be editing it and just, you know. Also, my eyebrow pencil ran out halfway through doing my eyebrows, which, I mean, fail to prepare, prepare to fail, guys. That is the message that I'm getting here. I usually always have a backup, but because I've not been very well over the last few months, I just dropped the ball completely. Didn't have any backup, ran out halfway through and had to just use like my contour shade, which is a little bit warm for my liking, but I'm hoping that like nobody's going to be looking that closely out there. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Ignore the fact that I'm sat in my like minging conservatory with all this gym stuff and grubby walls. This is a room of the house that I barely ever come into unless I'm cutting through to the garden. It's very much Alex's domain, his little like home gym situation, and I do not exercise at the moment, so I don't come in here. This is the first day of the year where she's not got a coat on to go into the garden. She has got her rain suit on because I don't want her to get soaked because she likes playing with the water in her mud kitchen. But yeah, she hasn't got a coat on. She's just a long sleeve top, her vest, her long sleeve top and her rain suit. I'm sat in my PJs, doors wide open for conservatory, and it feels fine. I don't feel cold. I didn't think this day would come. We've had such consistent grey rain for the last, I don't even know how long. It feels like a very long time. That fly is really gonna bug me. Oh good, well done, it's gone outside. Usually they just fly around, don't they, and like don't realise that there's a massive open door there that they could get out of. I feel a bit like weirdly nervous about filming this announcement video because I just really want it to go smoothly, obviously, but like I don't want to forget anything, any key bits of information. I don't want it to feel, sometimes when I'm very excited about something, I always feel like I come across a bit funny on camera. So I don't want to be too hyped. So hopefully I don't come across like an irritating, overactive puppy, because that is what sometimes happens. No, 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 stay outside. I'll come and help you. Do you want me to come out or do you want to come in?
You come out.
You want me to come out? Okay, I'll come out. Roo!
Yeah!
We've got something to open.
Oh yeah! My favorite.
Can you get it out?
Yes.
Is it?
It's a book for me.
Who's this?
Mummy.
Who's this?
It's Rui.
It's Rui, that's right. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Look, we've got pictures on the back too. What's this?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. What's this?
Unwanted.
Does that look yummy?
Yeah.
Is that good? Mummy and Roo on a book.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
No. I love it.
Oh, good. I'm glad you love it. I love it too.
Ah, what's that?
That's a birthday cake. Come on, Sam. Yes, I am so excited to finally be able to announce that I have a book coming out. Okay, that is my announcement filmed. I feel all tingly. I basically started filming a bit when Rue was away because I wanted to see her take the book. She unwrapped the book and looked at it and oh my god, it was so cute. She was so excited. She was like, Mummy and Rue on a book. And then she put it down on the kitchen counter and she put her head on it and she went, I love it. I'll stop. I need to stop because I will cry. It was just the cutest thing ever. I'm so glad I got that on camera. That is my announcement filmed for TikTok and Insta. This is the book. It's actually just a dummy cover, so don't look too closely. The book will be better than this when it's published. It does actually have some recipes in there. That is it, that's the dummy cover. It's very shiny. That's the only thing that was a little bit annoying when filming because it was like reflecting. But I have made a few tweaks to the cover, but this is pretty much the front cover. Do you like it? I mean, she is just so cute. One thing I did request to be changed, request quite forcefully, was this bit here, the TikTok sensation. It just made me feel icky. I don't know why, I think the word sensate, I don't know, it sounds a bit, I just couldn't get on board with it basically. So we've changed it to, I think we just changed it to like TikTok creator of Moon and Rue or something. TikTok sensation just feels a bit much. All the info is obviously on my TikTok and Insta announcements. So I don't like want to bore you here, but at the same time, I'm really proud of this book. So I will very quickly tell you what the deal is. And you can just skip ahead on the chapters at the bottom if you don't want to hear about it. I won't be offended. I will be offended, but at the same time, it's fine. The first part of the book is a crash course where I go through basically all the do's and don'ts of weaning, allergens, portion sizes, nutrients, gagging and choking, etc. Like basically everything that you want to know to be well equipped. And I've tried to do it in as concise a way as possible because parents don't have a lot of time. Like, you don't want to be reading reams and reams of Bible text. So that's the first part of the book. And then the second part of the book moves on to recipes. The recipes are split into ages and developmental stages. So 6 and 7 months is early days, 8 and 9 months is starting to click, 10 and 11 months is gaining confidence. Then you've got your 12-month plus recipes and then your 18-month plus, which is where you get onto toddlers. So obviously those older ages, you've got things like snacks. All the way through, I've got like good grab and go options, breakfast, lunch, dinners, obviously teething and illness recipes. I've basically just done a big brain dump of everything I know, put it in here. As I said, it's all been checked over by my good friend Yinka, and I'm very proud of it. And pre-orders are open now, so the link will be in my bio of all my social medias, but I'll put it in the bio in the caption of this video as well. Obviously you can pre-order from like Amazon, Waterstones, WH Smith, Foyles. No money is taken on a pre-order until the book is actually published, so go and support your girl. If you have babies, if you have any pregnant friends, even if you just have used my recipes in the past and feel like it would be nice to have them and to support me, I would really appreciate it. Because one thing I'm not very good at is like pushing my stuff out there. Like my TikTok stuff, I was never really putting it on Instagram when really I just should have been, because that's what everybody does. I do these vlogs on YouTube and I don't really post about the fact that I'm doing the vlog anywhere. I've mentioned it like twice I think on my TikTok, but I don't put it on my Instagram story and do all these things that you should do to, like, you know, Alex is always like, take pride in your work. You put so much time and effort and so much of your heart into things and you care so much about making them like good, or as good as I can make them. I should chat about it. But yeah, it's being published through Yellow Kite at Hodder. I actually sort of can't believe that it's time to announce it. It was a lengthy process. I signed my book deal around this time last year. I actually finished writing it in the start of September last year. Then it was on to like the food photography, and that's where like a proper chef makes your food and food stylists make it look amazing. And that was kind of a big step for me, because actually just having someone else make my food was really important. There were 6 or 7 shoot days, I can't remember. I was there for 4 of them. I tried my best to make it there as much as I could. It was in London. The team that were working on the book was so incredible. Their attention to detail, they totally got the idea that like it's all meant to be fun. I'm babbling. I'm gonna make myself a baguette because I feel like my blood sugar is gonna fall out my butt if I don't eat soon, because I've just been running around like a blue ass fly and getting all hot and overexcited. I'm gonna have a little halloumi and avocado baguette, I think. Right, here's a question. Do you put butter or mayo with a halloumi and avocado baguette, or are either of those weird?
I wouldn't have mayo, I'd have butter, personally. up for ketchup with halloumi and avocado.
Ketchup with avocado is an absolute crime.
I'd probably just have butter, halloumi and avocado.
Would you actually eat ketchup and avocado? I have got one of those bake in the oven baguettes, the ones that are like par baked and then you finish them. Love these at the moment. And I've done my halloumi in the air fryer, which always comes out a bit weird, but it still tastes good. And it's just like, feels less cumbersome than doing it in a pan. Kitchen again, back eating again. It's pretty much the end of the day. I actually was just about to say, because we just went into town for a bit, picked up my tablets from the pharmacy, went for a little coffee, Rue had a good run around, and I was just about to come on here and say that it is such a gorgeous day. It was sunny, gorgeous sunlight, felt really warm. I'm in a jumper. I was like, should I have worn a jumper? The second that I've just set my camera up, the heavens have opened and it is literally tipping it down outside now. We went to Lidl on the way out of town just to get some dinner. Bought some watermelon chunks. Rue has gone for her bath, but she would be absolutely screwing if she knew I was eating this without her. It's hot cross bun season. Just got a little barbecue pulled pork thingy from Lidl for dinner. We kind of forced ourselves to go to Lidl on the way home because otherwise it would have been a takeaway. Tomorrow morning is usually our food shop morning, so the fridge is empty, the cupboards are bare. Alex was like, if we don't stop at a supermarket now, we're going to end up eating takeaway. And Lord knows I would have been happy to do so, but it's not always the best thing, is it? Especially not money-wise. Now that Rue's a little bit older, she can have a little bit of this with us, even though it's like a little bit higher in salt and sugar and stuff. It's not something I'd give her all the time, but she can have a bit of that with us so we can all have dinner together, which is quite nice. I also bought myself some coconut water from Lidl, but it tastes like sliced ham. Something about that is giving me like ham slices that you put in sandwiches. Thankfully that watermelon has saved the day because it's delicious. Also rebought some of my beloved hemp seeds for weaning. Top tip, if you ever are buying hemp seeds, look for the packets that are lighter in colour. So in the bag you'll have the white discs, there's little green bits, and then there's darker black bits, which is kind of like the shell, bits of the shell that get in the packet. And they're obviously not so nice. So when you see a pack, if it's mostly like darker colours, skip it. Look for the ones that are mostly lighter in colour, like more of the soft, creamy coloured discs. They're the good ones. That's why I like to get it in person rather than ordering it on Amazon. One last thing I'll show you actually before I sign off for today. I was sent, so this is hashtag gifted, but I was sent a temperature control mug from Ember. This was a Mother's Day gifting, no obligation to post, but it's actually a really cool concept. I don't think I fully appreciated how much you could do, but it basically keeps your drink hot. So, you know, classic mum life, who gets to ever drink a cup of tea or coffee when it's actually warm anymore? You can set a temperature on your mug and it will keep your drink that temp. Magical. And it looks like it's got like a smartphone app as well that you can control the temperature with. Safe to hand wash, 1.5 hour battery life, keeps your drink hot, and I believe it just charges on this little coaster as well. I'm very excited to try that, and I got sent the copper one, as you can see, which is quite cute, isn't it? I'll see you tomorrow. I feel like I'm going to eat all of this watermelon. We have driven to sunny Woodstock to go for breakfast and go for a little walk around Blenheim, which is one of our favourite things to do. I mean, we do have to drive here. It's not on our doorstep, but it's close enough, and it's just a nice way to celebrate the start of the nice weather, or nicer weather. It's still a bit cold today, but it's bright and it's sunny, so that is classed as nice. Alex was apparently not very impressed with my breakfast choice. Now we're just trying to find our way to, there's like a little back entrance to Blenheim, because a lot of it is actually like public walkway, so you have to go round the back if you want to get in for free. Where are we? Let's manoeuvre. She doesn't want to go in her bike.
You want me to carry you?
Isn't Woodstock beautiful? Here it is, beautiful Blenheim. Just over there. You see the ducks?
Oh, yeah, oh, okay.
They're from the trees. She always gets scared of these. I think she thinks they're like caterpillars or something. They're from the tree. You want to touch it? Okay, no, that's fine. I am absolutely wrecked. We got a couple of little treats on the way out of Woodstock. Alex this slice of chocolate fudge cake, which looks absolutely obscene. I'm not a big chocolate cake person. I will eat it, obviously. I'm not a monster. I just find it a little bit too rich. So I got some cookies. This is one of those nap times where in my mind I'm like, I know I should be productive because I've got my announcement video to edit, this vlog obviously to start editing, but at the same time I really just feel like I need to go and sit and stare at a wall for a few minutes at least. That was a lovely little morning. I'm glad we went out and did it, and she actually did quite a lot of walking as well, so hopefully that's tired her out.
All that's said is done, all that's done, gone under the sun. Won't you come with me, fall in love like nothing matters?
Are you all on the broom?
Yeah, everybody fall down once. Yeah, every lugger fall down once. Yeah, everybody fall down once. Yeah, every lugger fall down once. Hold it when it come. It ain't gonna stay when it drop it when it fall down. Pick that up. Hold it when it come. It ain't gonna stay when it drop it when it fall down.
Oh, wobbly. Oh, what the? Oh, shiny, shiny, shiny. Bit sicky. I'd fully intended to film a bit more on Sunday, which is the day that my announcement actually went live. I made those pancakes on Sunday morning. We had a lovely chilled Sunday, went over to see my parents in the afternoon, came home. I obviously had everything scheduled for the announcement to go live, and I was going to film, you know, to have a bit of a like play-by-play of the moment and to document it because that's what people do, but I was just too anxious, guys. I was an absolute wreck. I basically had to like drop and run the content, do you know what I mean? Like I knew it was scheduled for 6:45, made sure it went up, and then I just put my phone down and basically curled up in a ball on the couch and hid for about an hour until I could psych myself up to check the response. I was super nervous, but I'm very happy to report that the announcement went really well and it had a really positive response. I don't know, you kind of just build up in your head, especially when you've been working on something for so long. When it's all about to be public, you kind of build up in your head that nobody's gonna care or gonna want to buy it. I was like, what if nobody buys it? Especially because obviously I'm with a publisher. You just feel that responsibility to like get it out there and do a good job and all the rest of it. But it's had a really, really positive response beyond actually what I could have expected. I woke up on Monday morning and my editor has sent me a screenshot to say that the book was #1 in movers and shakers, which means that in that time period it had the most traction out of all books on Amazon, which is like insane. It's ranking high in child development and cooking for babies and children, and I just feel so relieved, but just so grateful and like thankful, and just to know that like people would be interested in buying the book, you know, just all the feels. I'm sure you can tell that I'm not really making coherent sentences right now. It's been a couple of days now and I am just sort of still soaking it up, really. It's a bit weird because these things always feel a little bit anticlimactic in that, like, I don't know, like you wake up, you have a best-selling book, incredible, like beyond anything I could have imagined. I wouldn't have dared to imagine that it would do well and be at the top of the movers and shakers list. Like I wouldn't have pictured that. But then to have that happen, but then it's just a normal Monday or so and I'm just like, you know, getting Rue's porridge ready in the morning and it's a very normal day. So in a way it's sort of like, I don't know, it's just funny, isn't it? You have these big life moments, but actually life is just life as normal, really. I love it. I wouldn't change it. I'm just saying it's just funny. It's been a really happy couple of days for me. Obviously, I know that there will probably be negative feelings or feedback somewhere along the way from someone, and I have to just ready myself for that. But right now, I'm just soaking up the positives, and I'm super happy and feeling really, really grateful that it's all gone well. So that is kind of like my little summary for the book announcement elements of this vlog. I have another big change on the horizon, so watch out for that in a coming vlog, I suppose. I'm just gonna leave this video where it is because yeah, I'm in a good place. I'm happy, and I just want to edit this and get it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Do give it a thumbs up if you did. I will see you next time, which hopefully will not be too long. That's what I'm telling myself. Trying my best. See you soon. Bye.